And guys, that has to do with Captain America 4. Captain America 4. We are going to be getting a Captain America 4 with Anthony Mackie, and I'm very happy about this. I did not see this news coming at all, and I have the report right here from the Hollywood Reporter. It says Captain America 4 in the works with Falcon and the Winter Soldier showrunner Malcolm Spellman, and this came out yesterday. Spellman will pen the script with Dalan Musan, a staff writer on the Disney Plus Marvel series. And Malcolm Spellman is picking up Captain America's shield once again. And so, guys, if you're interested in this, there is a full article of this down in the description box below if you want to read that. And so I also have an article link for comicbook.com and also Deadline if you guys want to go check all of that out that talks about this in much more detail. But if you go on to read the article, it just said that Malcolm, like, this is not going to be a Disney Plus series. This is going to be a movie. It's going to be in theaters like, everything else. And that's just super dope to me. And so if you've seen the final episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you know that Sam takes on the role as Captain America. He actually says it. And now there has been some mixed reviews about this season finale. Y'all just heard my thoughts on it. Some people thought it was cringeworthy when he called himself Captain America. Some people didn't like the suit. Some people didn't like Sharon as the power broker. Some people did not like, the flag smashers. But, hey, everything is subjective. And I loved it overall, as y'all just heard me say. And I'm really, really happy about this, him being the new Captain America and also getting his own new movie. That's just dope as hell, especially with me being a black man. I'm here for it. I am really here for it. I'm really here for it. And so what do y'all think about this? Are y'all happy with this Captain America 4 news? Let me know down in the comment section below. I really want to know. Are y'all happy with this news? Are y'all happy with Malcolm Spellman as the writer for this as well? Because he's coming back. Because you could be like, hey, I do want to see Captain America 4. I do want to see Falcon take on the mantle, but I don't want Malcolm writing it. Now, I'm cool with Malcolm writing it, but I am I would like a new director, because there were some things in this series that I thought were botched, that I don't think the writer failed, that I think that the director failed at. Like, I think it was episode 2 where they pull Sam over. And the cops like, hey, is this guy bothering you? I thought that scene was completely forced, and so it just really didn't work for me, and so I don't know. But T Dominique 504 says that you cool with it. That's what's up. Anthony Mazzano says yes, that's cool. Let me go back up here. I think I missed a comment or two. There was a whole bunch of predictions saying that they were going to see the hands of the mutants. I'm not like, we're so far off from mutants, man. It's like, I'm honest. I'm not annoyed with you, but I'm just like, people just talk about that too much. It's like, damn, it's coming. Like, let's just focus on what we're doing right now. We know it's coming. They're not, even with all the speculation with Mephisto and WandaVision and stuff, you would think that people would kind of like chill out on that. But, hey, it is what it is. I'm happy he gets his own movie. Mackie has never led a film this big, and it should be interesting to watch. Lazia Latrice, I agree with you 100%. I was talking to the fellas and stuff, and I think it was Eman. He was saying, it was like, yeah, that he can't carry a film. And I'm on the fence with that. He thinks that they're just going to beef up the cast, kind of like they did with Captain America Civil War. Saying that, Bucky is going to have a prominent role. Steve Rogers, Chris Evans is going to have a more significant role. And all these people are going to come back because the Captain America story is just boring. But I don't necessarily agree with that. To each his own. Everything is subjective, though. I think that it's going to be great because, we get, like, at the end of episode 6, Sam was saying, like, hey, guys, I can feel it now, the stares and the judgment of me wearing this suit. And so if that alone is interesting enough to me, and then on top of, just taking on the next new villain, in the Captain America lore. So that's cool right there. Yes, as long as they let Sam as Captain America, of course, you know, and as we can see right here, he is Captain America. He is Captain America. So that's dope right there. Derek Thorpe says, remember the Flag Smash was just one man, but was turned into a group much better. And Falcon and as Cap is good, so it can either bring back old Cap or help Sam's story. Right on. Joni says that they love it. She loves it. Big Cannon, but you have to keep in mind that they had to change everything because of the pandemic. Yeah, but you know, and I heard that too. But as we was talking about yesterday on Lamont's channel, that shouldn't really matter. You know, like for a writer, like you can always write. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a producer, but I'm not mad at you for thinking that way. I think Disney watered it down. Do you mean the racial elements to that? Let me know. Anthony Mackie is holding it down. Yes, he is. As long as they let Sam shine, I'm sure they will. Ania Plays, did I pronounce that correctly? Says excited as hell. What up, kneecaps? You are silly. If are you talking about that live I did back in February? You was telling me I need to get on OnlyFans and show my kneecaps. Is that what you mean? I'm fine with the writer. I'm fine with the writer writing the script for Captain America. But for the director, I would like to see direct Captain America 4 would be Tyler Clear. And I'm sorry, Anthony, I don't know what you're saying there at the end. Let's see here. The fact that they put so much Black history into the MCU was awesome. I almost teared up when Falcon gave their speech at the end of episode 6. Now, that's cool, BJ Diane. I didn't tear up during that time, but when they took Isaiah to the museum, to the Smithsonian, and saw his exhibit, I did get a little watery out there. I did. Yes, the racial elements. I got you. Okay. Will Sam have the weapon and Captain Marvel? I mean, I'm sure he will. And so I love Anthony ever since the movie She Hates Me. I know a lot of I love that movie too. And so let me go ahead and bring in my first guest of the day. He may only be here for a little bit, but that's cool with me. And that is Mr. Elliot with Movie Files. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing?
Good, man. I'm loving this late night, just my opinion special tonight, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I was just on the couch being a bum, and I was just like, man, I just got to talk about this stuff, you know, and everything is trending, and we got some good topics, and so, you know, I just had to jump on. And so, guys, this is Elliot from Movie Files from is it Missouri, correct?
Yeah, I'm living in St. Louis. Yeah.
Right on. And
yes, sir.
This gentleman does movie reviews, trailer reactions, entertainment news, spoiler talks, all kind of stuff. And I know you can only be here for a bit, and so I'm just kind of in the beginning here. How are you feeling about this? I mean, you can brief. I didn't watch your whole 4-hour stream,
the Snyder cut.
But yeah. But I got a good 2 hours out of it, and I know y'all was talking about this earlier. So if you just want to give me your brief rundown of the season finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and also just tell me how you feeling about this news that dropped that from the Hollywood Reporter that they're going to be having a Captain America 4 with the same writer, Malcolm Spellman, that wrote The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, man. So the finale, to me, it was a bit of a mixed bag in regards to, I think we all can agree to it. It felt a bit rushed. There were moments, Sam's moment with his new suit didn't sit in the scene long enough. I wanted to kind of really embrace it. I felt like it was kind of anticlimactic. I think of the whole Bucky thing, talking to his friend and revealing, that he was the one responsible for the missing of his son and ultimately killing his son. In moments like that, just felt like it just went by a little bit too quick for my personal taste. But then you look at the second half of the episode, which does focus more on Isaiah Bradley's story and kind of tying that back into the loop, as well as just kind of opening the door for seeing Sam having that speech with Congress and the senator. And even though I felt that speech, that moment felt a little bit kind of after school special, it was still a powerful moment. What he was saying is something that, kind of resonates within the culture and the world that we're living in, especially in the U.S. with regarding the government and things of that nature. So there's some highs, there's some lows, there's some really, really big lows regarding Flag Smashers and Morgenthau and all that stuff, and the reveal of the power broker, and it just felt like it was a lot being thrown at the finale. But hopefully with this announcement of Captain America 4, this was maybe a setup for a continuation of what we got, that maybe some of the shortcomings from this finale. So a bit of a mixed bag for me when it comes to the finale of this the show.
I got you, man. And just real quick, let me grab this super chat real quick and I will reply.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay.
Well, Zia Latrice, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. I may fall asleep soon, but keep up the good work, Brendan. Thank you so much, ma'am. I really, really do appreciate it. Go ahead and get your beauty sleep. And Elliot, I hear you, man. I disagree, but I hear you. You have, you're not wrong in saying, how you feel. I happen to enjoy it a little bit more. I was kind of bummed out the first time I saw it. I was like, yeah, it was a cool episode, but I think I've seen it about 3 times now, and I like it better the second time around. I'm not a fan of the whole Sharon Carter power broker thing. That was extremely bad for me.
Yeah, and it was. And it's so funny. They planted that seed from the first get-go. We just never thought it was going to be that easy. We thought it was going to maybe be a bigger bit reveal, but they've been telling us since day one that it was going to be her. So, but
I got you.
I wasn't a fan of the execution.
How you feel about this costume though?
I like the suit, man. We were talking about it earlier. I'm not a big fan of like the goggles and the ear piece and all that stuff, but everything kind of neck down looks really solid to me. And of course, those Wakandan wings and Red Bird being brought back to life. So I think we'll probably see some modifications when it comes to him in the big screen. I think they're going to probably do like a little bit of more of a polish it up a little bit more for when we actually see him. Because again, for those that might have never seen Falcon Winter Soldier, when they see him again, they're like, whoa, where'd the suit come from? So I think there might be a tweak or two just for those that watch the show, but also those that miss the show can maybe kind of really take it in, this new suit. Because again, I thought they kind of brushed over this new gear that he got.
I got you, man. And again, how are you feeling about this Captain America 4 news? Does that do anything for you? Get you excited at all?
Very excited for this because I do think there were elements in this show that probably could have played better and fleshed out more in a movie, which it normally would be the opposite. You would think in a TV show you would flesh out more things, but I think the movie would be more focused on, if this was John Carter, for example, or John Walker. I think if this was a movie, we would have had just John Walker being the main priority, not the power broker and Backtrack and Zemo and like 4 or 5 different villains, where the film, you're kind of really focusing in on the narrative and having a little bit more of an A point to a Z point versus TV show and the rewrites and all the different things they want to implement. So I think the movie would be able to key in on what the show maybe wasn't able to do because they had so many different storylines they tried to wrap up, which unfortunately I think some of those storylines, Flag Smashers being one of them, didn't wrap up in my personal taste. So I'm excited for the movie news, man. I just want to say who's the director's going to be. The Russos, are they coming back, or someone new with Marvel?
Right. I do want somebody new myself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want. I mean, of course, yeah. Well, I'm fine with the Russos coming back. I just don't want I don't know if I want the director that did the Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming back.
I forget her name. Yeah.
She just didn't do it for me. Like I think y'all talked about this too. There was just like a bot that opening scene. Not the opening scene, but the scene on episode 2 with the police, and like the police brutality or whatever. That or not brutality, but just, hey, is this guy bothering you? That scene right there really bothered me. And it was just some other things that I don't think that she handled that well. I could be wrong as far as like where the blame goes.
Right. But, is it more the writing or is it the directing? Yeah.
Right. So. I mean, it is what it is. But as long as she doesn't come back, I'll be fine. But let me go ahead and move on to this next thing right here that has to do with Chris Evans, and this is very interesting to me. I have this what is this second topic right here, and I'm very surprised by this, guys. But it looks like hold on, where's it at? It looks like he's back. Old man Steve is coming back, and I'm very, very excited about this. I didn't expect this at all. With him having 2 separate projects, that don't necessarily have to do with each other. And this is coming over from comicbook.com. It says Marvel is developing Chris Evans' Steve Rogers return and Anthony Mackie's Captain America 4 report. Again, guys, there is a link down to this article down in the description box if you want to read the full thing. It's not much to it other than what I just said. They are going to be making a Captain America 4 movie, and also a separate project where Chris Evans is coming back as Old Man Steve. This is dope as hell. I'm very, very excited about this. I mean, this is the best of all the worlds put together, because I want to see Captain America 4 with Sam taking on the mantle, the following up that story. But I love Chris Evans and Steve Rogers. He's great. He's a great character. And so with him, I mean, I just think this is perfect. You know, on top of all the other stuff they have going on in the MCU. I mean, I am overjoyed with this news. So how you feeling about this?
I guess I'm still trying to figure out, because I know a couple months ago the word got out that they were having negotiations with Chris Evans, and he came out and kind of debunked that on his Twitter or whatever. You know, the whole cliche, "Oh, it's news to me." Like, okay, you know, if there's smoke, there's fire type of situation. But I don't know what to wait. So I guess is this would it be a movie just focusing on Old Man Cap, or him taking back the time, you know, the Infinity Stones back to the different timelines, or would it be a separate film that happens to include Old Man, or, you know, Steve Rogers involving, I don't know, Secret Invasion, or him working with close to Nick Fury and maybe being the head or the, you know, the director of sorts. So I guess I'm confused on what else is left in his story, the Old Man Cap.
I think that this is going to be his introduction of him coming back to the MCU as the younger version of Steve Rogers.
I don't know if I like that, Brandon. I don't know, man.
What do you mean? So
an alternate, a multiverse Captain America being brought?
No. So I mean, like, it would be, so even though Iron Man is dead, he's coming back in the MCU in some shape or form. We don't know how, but he is going to come back. And I feel that the same exact thing is the case with Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. I feel that he's gonna come back somehow in the MCU as his younger version, you know. And if I don't know how they're gonna do it, you know, maybe because he went back and lived his life, and, you know, he's an old man now that created another timeline, and it's messing up the multiverse. So he has to go back and unlive those decades and like reverse it somehow, because it's jacking up the timeline, it's jacking up the multiverse. Yeah, he got to live his life, but it's messing up all these other things, and so he has to kind of like reverse it and come back to the present day to set everything right or something. I have no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, you're looking like, yeah, that sounds kind of crazy.
It sounds. I mean, it's like a Back to the Future. So you would say, so he somehow him and Peggy's relationship, you know, he lived out his life, and maybe he disrupted the timeline, and he has to go back to that. Or are you saying, like, for example, when he's living his life with Peggy, there's another story within his life that some Avenger, some character ran into him when he was younger this timeline?
I don't want that second one. That seems a bit too much.
Yeah.
That seems super convoluted. Like, I don't want him living in another timeline.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I don't want I don't want that. I want Steve Rogers, Chris Evans to come back in the present day with all of our other heroes somehow as his younger version. And I mean, the sky's the limit to me, to be honest with you, as far as they're concerned. They can come up with some way to do that, you know.
And would it be his film, or would it be him attached like a co-star, you know, coming into someone else's story, or would it be like a film just centered around, you know, him and time travel and whatever younger version of himself?
I don't know, man. I'm just
you just want to see him back, and
I just want to see him back. You know, I just want to see him back, because I like Captain America.
Oh, I love him. He's my favorite Avenger.
Yeah. I mean, you know, his ideals, if America really was that way, great. You know, we know it's not, but you know, I mean, if it was somebody to measure up to, you know, he would be it.
That would be interesting. And I guess the question I have for you, Brandon, would it take anything away from Sam? You know, would this be a whole Ben Affleck coming back in the Flash at the same time we're having a Robert Pattinson overshadowing that Batman? Would it be Cap coming back overshadowing Anthony Mackie being the new Cap? What do you think will be any interference there?
I don't think so, because they're two separate projects, you know. Right. Initially, when I was thinking that, like, man, they're not gonna let Sam be Captain America. and they're just not going to let a black man do that. But then they did, and I'm like, okay, they're not going to let him shine on his own, and they gave him a movie now, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Steve Rogers is going to come and take back the mantle and not give Sam that much shine. But it's like, no, more news. It's a completely separate thing, and so I don't think that he's going to come and overshadow
him.
Sam because of those projects. I don't think people will revolt, but I think that they would disappoint a number of fans that way. And I mean, even though I want to see Steve Rogers back as his young self, let's continue to miss him for a while. Let's not. Let's not turn him into an old man and then just bring him back, as his younger self the next episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. What is we're in 2021. I wouldn't mind if young Cap didn't come back until 2024. I mean, I think it will warrant a bigger box office. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been longing that long, for him to come back. So that's cool right there. And in Captain America 4, we got Malcolm Spellman, the writer. And again, guys, if you haven't seen it, I did get lucky and I was able to talk to Malcolm Spellman and Anthony Mackie. So if you guys want to go check out that interview, you can on my channel after you subscribe. And so I like the finale of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'm really happy with these two new projects that we have coming up.